Ladies and gentlemen, the Vic Appeals are in. Ho ho. Oh man, it's been so long since we talked about this case, and I've been waiting for this moment. I've been waiting for the appeals, and now that they are in, finally, we can go over this. Hey, what is going on, everybody? How are you all doing today? I hope you all are having a wonderful and fantastic day today, and if not, hopefully you all will have a better tomorrow. So, the appeals are in, and this gives Monica and Ron, in my opinion, tons of reasons to be afraid. And I gotta say, looking over this, which we're going to go into, I gotta say this is really good. This is something that's really good. So let's go ahead and get started looking over the appeals here. First off, let's take a look at those issues presented. Number one, the trials courts dismissing appellant's claims against appellees for defamation is a reversible error. 2. The trial court's dismissing appellant's claims against appellees for tortious interference with existing contracts is a reversible error. 3. The trial court's dismissing appellant's claims against appellees for tortious interference with preceptive business relations is reversible error. 4. The trial court's dismissing appellant's claim against Funimation Productions LLC for vicarious viability is a reversible error. Number 5. The trial court's dismissing appellant's claims against appellees for conspiracy is a reversible error. Now, this one's a big one right here. Number 6. The trial court's refusal to consider appellant's second amended petition is a reversible error. Yeah, alright, there we go. 7. Appellees presented legally insufficient or factually insufficient evidence to satisfy their burden under the TCPA, and the trial court's finding otherwise is reversible error. And number 8. The trial court's ordering appellant to pay appellees attorneys' fees and sanctions is a reversible error. Now, one of the biggest things that I had an issue with, which I want to bring up real fast, whenever Chup was the judge and he was the one who was doing these things, Chup is a young judge. And I feel that he was also biased in his decisions. It just really seemed like he was. And so, of course, a lot of things went completely unnoticed, or they just threw them out whenever they could have clearly done something about it. It was very strange. So I'm glad to see that the issues presented here have reversible errors, things that can be changed. It's good to know. Then again, Chup's also known for making issues, which he has had to reverse in the past. So, that's something else there as well. Statement of facts. Appellant Victor Mignogna is a voice actor whose voice is used for the English dubbing of Japanese anime productions. Appellees Monica Real, Monica, and Jamie the Heifer Markey also are anime voice actors. Appealee Funimation Productions LLC. Funimation primarily dubs Japanese anime productions into English, then distributes the videos in the US via streaming access. Has hired Vic, Monica, and Jamie to provide their voiceover services. Most often, the voice actors recorded their lines at different times and locations instead of together in the studio. At times, however, they saw each other at Funimation's offices, and Vic considered Jamie and Monica to be friends. The voice actors also appeared, sometimes together, at fan conventions where they participated in breakout sessions, sharing behind-the-scenes tidbits and answering fans' questions, and were paid for autographs and photographs with fans, often hugging and sometimes giving kisses to their fans. On January 22nd, 2019, Funimation initiated an internal investigation into Monica's allegations that, at a convention many years before, Vic had eaten a jelly bean which Monica gave him, on which she had written her name and joked that he ate Monica. At a convention several years prior, Vic had propositioned 2 adult female fans, and that Vic and a co-worker had kissed consensually at Funimation's office. Though Funimation had not yet informed Vic of the investigation, Monica's fiancé, appealee Ronald Soyboy Cucktoye, Ronald, began telephoning and texting Christopher Slatosh, host of the Kamea convention on January 22nd, 2019, that Funimation's parent company, Sony, was conducting an investigation into Vic's assaulting 4 women, and the criminal charges would soon be filed against Vic. Monaco told Slatosh that Vic was a offensive predator, and the criminal charges would soon be filed against him. Both urged him to cancel Vic's invitation to Kamea despite Slatosh's objection that doing so would breach his contract with Vic and to refuse doing business with Vic in the future. Otherwise, Ronald's company would withdraw its financial sponsorship of the convention. Thing of it is, you can't do these kind of things, right? You can't just call and be like, hey, get rid of this guy because this person's terrible. I mean, that's interference. I mean, the evidence is out there. And Monica would cancel her appearance and convince other voice actors to cancel their appearances. Slatosh complied. 2 days later, on January 24, 2019, Ronald tweeted publicly, "I know with 100% certainty that Vic assaulted 4 people I love." Yeah, I bet that's a lie. The next day, January 25th, 2019, Tammy Denbo, Executive Director of Employee Relations for Sony, informed Vic of Monica's allegations, none of which involved abuse, assault, or harassment. Vic explained that the Monica Jellybean exchange was a friendly banter many years ago, and the kiss with his co-worker was consensual and occurred after a year of exchanging correspondence. Though Ms. Denbo admonished Vic that Sony's investigation was confidential, she and co-worker Lisa Gibson gave Monica updates. Miss Denbo talked it through with her, and Miss Gibson encouraged her to hang in there. Which, of course, if you know with the emails, yeah, more like they did things they weren't supposed to. After Miss Denbo informed Vic of the investigation, Ronald launched a barrage of tweets against him. On January 25th, "I have 4 people very close to me who had a similar experience as Vic. He assaulted me." On January 26th, Vic is guilty of offensive assault. On January 28th, Vic is a man with a clear history of offensive deviancy. On January 29th, 2019, Funimation abruptly terminated its contract with Vic. By the way, guess who did it the day before? Oh yeah, that's right. Old cock dentures over there. Yeah, how you holding up after losing Vic? Heard Crow hasn't been as good since. The next day, January 30th, both the Anime NYC and the Anime Milwaukee conventions canceled Vic's appearances. After Monica secretly asked Funimation what she could say publicly and when Funimation would make a statement, she, Miss Gibson, and Scott Barretto, Funimation's Senior Director of Public Relations, spoke via telephone on January 31st, 2019. That day, Ronald tweeted, "I know of at least 4 assaults. I'm glad to see conventions canceled and the truth coming to light." And see, that shows you that Funimation's in all form of support for cancel culture right there. Since they let Monica run amok and do these things, I mean, the emails between her and Matt Holm, for example. And, Rooster Teeth firing him first. Yeah, those emails are out there. Just want to throw that out there. Not like there's not evidence of Monica doing that or anything. Oh, Monica, you're an idiot. But you were right, though, Monica. The truth will come out about you being a terrible, horrible person. Pretty obvious with those emails. Ronald later claimed, "I know without a question he hurt people very close to me and that Vic was a predator with over 100 ladies and counting coming forward," with accusations against him. Afterwards, Denver Comic-Con canceled Vic's appearance. On February 5th, 2019, Ronald called on Funimation to make a statement about Vic and for him to be banned indefinitely, again calling Vic a predator. Over the next 24 hours, Florida SuperCon, Relay SuperCon, Comic-Con, and Hudson Valley Comic-Con all canceled Vic's appearances. On February 6th, Ronald tweeted that Vic assaulted my fiancée, implied that Vic was an ist, and called Vic a predator, accused of over 100 accounts of assault, and proclaimed that he wanted Vic blacklisted and out of work. Later that day, Jamie announced that name and shame was faster than legal redress. So I want to bring up something. So, hey Ron, where are those hundreds of ladies? Odd they didn't come forward, huh? Well, isn't that a bit strange, Ron? You'd think they'd come forward, wouldn't they? On February 9th, 2019, Jamie tweeted that Vic had assaulted her in Funimation's lobby by grabbing her hair, yanking her head backwards, and whispering something sexual in her ear, though she could not recall what he said. Isn't that strange? That he had done this exact thing to have a dozen other women that I personally know, and that he's a predator. Why do I not believe that, Jamie the heifer? I feel like you're just, lying like the rest of Funimation. That cited against Vic. 2 days later, February 11, 2019, Funimation published 2 tweets. 1, that following an investigation, Funimation will not be engaging Mignogna in future productions, and 2, we do not condone any kind of harassment or threatening behavior being directed at anyone. Responding directly to Funimation's tweet, Monica commented on Funimation's Twitter feed that there were multiple investigations, testimony, proof, evidence. I am one of the dozens of men and women who participated, and later tweeted, just so we're clear, here's the legal definition of harassment. Unsurprisingly, Funimation's Twitter followers declared they understood Funimation was saying its investigation and determined that Vic had engaged in harassment or threatening behavior. Yeah, thing of it is, they took that to the court of public opinion rather than to the court of law. And we all know the court of public opinion. We all know with cancel culture and all that, we knew what was going to happen there. Because the Twitter Puritans, they believe in cancel culture, right? So of course they were going to try to do their worst when it comes to Vic. I mean, we all knew that. We all knew that was going to happen at that point. That's what happens when you try to throw things to the woke clown mob. If there's someone that they don't like, then they're going to try to cancel them. That's just how the clown mob works. On February 16, 2019, Ronald implied that Vic would be a registered offender. 3 days later, February 19, 2019, Monica tweeted that Vic has been accused of harassment, alleged Vic had assaulted her by grabbing her hair and whispering in her ear, claimed she witnessed him do it to so many people, claimed that he forced a kiss on her in the mid-2000s, and called him a predator. Vic consistently denied these allegations against him, and he lost large amounts of income due to the canceled conventions. Yeah, and they really harmed his whole career. I mean, there's the interference right there. They intentionally went to try to ruin him. They intentionally tried to destroy his entire life. I mean, the evidence is there proving they tried to ruin Vic. It's there. Many people, myself included, have talked about that multiple times. We have multiple videos on it. Vic sued Appeals for defamation, tortious interference with current and prospective contracts, and civil conspiracy. He also alleged that Funimation was vicariously liable for the actions of Jamie and Monica. Appeals filed motions to dismiss under the Texas Citizens Participation Act, TCPA. Vic moved to strike much of the Appeals evidence in support of their motions to dismiss. The trial court denied Vic's initial motion to strike Funimation's evidence during the motion to dismiss hearing, and in its October 4th, 2019 order, the trial court indicated it would not consider anything filed by Appeals after the 60-day TCPA filing deadline. Vic filed a written response to Appeals' motions to dismiss and amended and supplemented his petition. However, the trial court refused to consider his amended and supplemented petition. After a hearing, the trial court granted Appeals' TCPA motions. After a subsequent hearing, the trial court entered its final judgment, ordering Vic to pay attorneys' fees and sanctions to Appeals. This appeal ensued. And see, that's the thing. All of this, there's so much evidence that proves that Vic is innocent. There's so much evidence that proves that Monica, Ron, Jamie, Kara, and many others that were involved with this, that they are guilty of what they've done. And with this appeal here and what it's really proving, what it's really trying to defend with Vic here, I think that this holds up very well. I think there's a lot of things here that really could go over very well for Vic in this whole ordeal, because looking at it, the appeal is put together very well. And if you think back to what happened with the case before the appeal session, big thing was that Chup really messed up on a lot of things because there was just so much evidence supporting that Monica, Ron, and Jamie were all guilty. I mean, it was there. The emails, the tweets, I mean, the threats in these tweets. I mean, Jamie Markey, for example, saying that she wanted Vic's balls. I mean, come on. There were so many things that were there. And, of course, Chup just threw it all away like it was nothing. He is a young judge, but at the same time, I feel that he was biased in what he was doing when there was evidence there. And, I mean, yeah, there were some issues on Ty Beard's part, too. But, they could have talked about the tweets that were clearly there, and then Chup just ignored it. So looking at this, I think that this really does give Vic a good shot. I think it does. And, that's the thing. It really proves a lot in terms of Monica, Ron, and Jamie and the interference because there's so much of it. I mean, the phone calls, the text. I mean, trying to get Vic completely thrown out of cons. There's so much interference there. I mean, how could you ignore that? The threats by Jamie Markey saying that she wanted his balls, it's there. And Monica and Ron, they should be terribly afraid. But as time goes on, we'll go more into this. Rekieta, I'm sure that he will continue to cover this, obviously. So it'll be good to hear what he has to say about this. And of course, I will continue to update more as time goes on. Also, I'm going to have a link to Vic's GoFundMe. So if you want to donate to that, then it'll be in the link in the description down below. But anyways, let me know what you think about this entire situation down below. Subscribe to the channel if you are new here, and make sure you are still subscribed because YouTube's unsubscribing people from all their favorite channels. So make sure you are still subscribed to all your favorite channels. Hit the video with a like because it really helps this video get out there in the algorithm. Also, be sure to share the video and spread the word on social media. Get it out there. It's greatly appreciated, and it really helps out the channel a lot. Also, be sure to follow me on Discord. We have a wonderful community there. Also, it'll keep you up to date on when new videos will be released, as well as any more updates or any upcoming events. So the link is in the description down below. But anyways, I hope you all have yourselves a wonderful and fantastic day today. And remember, if today was not a good day, tomorrow could always be better. Take care of yourselves and everyone around you. And have yourselves a good one out there, everybody.